Thank you.
Okay, so welcome everybody to the business preview. We are so excited to have all of you, whether you're tuning in live or you're watching the playback. We're at this point with our team, and it is just really becoming a lot of fun. And we are so excited to share it with you. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Amber Kuiper, and I am a mom of four. And I live in St. Paul, Minnesota with my kids and Jake, who is in the next room. We are currently on vacation in Napa. Sorry, I'm just muting everybody really quick. We're currently on vacation in Napa, and it's just been so fun. And today, honestly, I was just thinking about it, how this trip is a lot different than trips in the past have been, really because of this Beachbody opportunity that I never in a million years thought that I would ever consider or be a part of. And just being here this week, and so Thursdays are the day that we get paid, and so this morning I woke up, and I'm sure all my coaches can relate, like you wake up on Thursday like, okay, like what I get paid for the week before. And as I was looking at that, I was like, wow, like how awesome is it that I can really do my job from anywhere? And I can be on vacation, and just to see that money come into my account this morning, I was like, it's fun for me to feel like I have something of my own that I'm contributing to our family, and that we can take trips like this without me feeling like Jake's feeling stressed about it, or, you know, that we don't have to worry about going home and feeling like, gosh, should have we done that? So that's kind of what I wanted to lead with tonight, was just kind of sharing where I'm at and sharing how I started, in hopes that it would just inspire something in you. If this has been laid on your heart, that maybe you would go, wow, like I could do this. So if you don't follow me, I have a blog called mommysmetime.com. And that was kind of what I was doing before I got into Beachbody, and I still do it. And it was really just a way for me to connect with other moms. And I had 4 kids within 3 years. And I was at a point after I had my 4th when I was just completely depleted. I was feeling low on energy, just really kind of down about myself in general. So Jake and I actually were on a different trip at that point. We were in Hawaii. And I got home after being in a swimsuit, and I was like, Jake, I have to make a change. Like, I have to figure this out, because I'm not feeling confident. Like, I didn't want to be intimate with him as much. Like, I just felt kind of icky. And so I got home, and one of my friends was talking about the 21-day fix on Facebook, you know, and I'd probably seen it a million times before that. But for whatever reason, I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. And I told Jake, and he's like, come on, like we have a gym membership, we have this and that. And I was like, I know, but I just need something new. And sure enough, I did it. And it was not at all what I was expecting. It was actually this program that immediately changed my life. It taught me how to eat healthy. It taught me how I could get a workout in 30 minutes and feel amazing. And so after I did it, I just went, gosh, like, if other moms knew about this, if other women knew about this program, it could completely transform their life as well. Because I was feeling more confident than I had ever felt. What's kind of interesting, it's like as you get that strength physically, it totally transforms the other areas of your life. So you start to feel strong emotionally, and you start to go, wow, like if I can have discipline in this, I can have discipline in other things. I can have more to give to people. And that's exactly what happened to me. So after I finished my first round, I decided to sign on as a discount coach. And I was mostly doing it because I loved the Shakeology, but the sticker price was like a little too much for Jake to absorb. So I was like, hey, I can get a discount, and this'll just help a little bit. And it did. And then I started seeing some other coaches pursuing the business, and I was like, wait a minute. So they're actually spending their days encouraging other people, and they're getting paid for that? Like, how does that work? And how can I be a part of that? So I saw how it was done in a really tasteful way. I think we've all probably seen Beachbody coaches do this whole Beachbody thing in a very spammy way where you're like seeing them posting a gazillion times a day on their Facebook, and you're wondering if this is really a legit thing or if it's just a scam. And when I saw someone do it in a way that wasn't a scam, immediately I went, gosh, I could do that. I could really do that. Not only could I do it, but I think I could really help a lot of people. And so I decided, you know what, not only am I going to be a discount coach, I'm just going to try it out. I'm just going to see if I could help other people in this way. I prayed about it. I was really nervous to start talking about it. But when I realized what was holding me back, I realized that it was really my pride, to be honest, because I thought, well, Beachbody coach, you know, multi-level marketing, I don't know. Like, is that cool? Is that something I really want to do? And then I realized if my pride is the only thing really holding me back from this, like, that's super prideful, to put it bluntly. And so I just decided, my heart was telling me that I could help a lot of people. And this product that I discovered was going to be that tool that I could really use. So I decided at that point that I was going to pursue the business, that I was going to reach out and help other moms, other women feel amazing. I personally love to encourage people. That's my wheelhouse. That's what I feel most alive doing. And I knew that there were a lot of other women out there who really like to do the same thing. And so I started to build a team on that. And that has truly been what has made our team, I think, the most successful, is that we are constantly going back to our why. Like, yes, we realize that there is the potential to make a lot of money, but we are constantly going back to, why did I get started in this? Because we just want to help people. We want to help people feel confident, because we know that when they feel confident, they're able to pursue the things that they really want to go after, that their heart really wants to go after. And so our team right now is ranked 135 out of 430,000 teams. And I anticipate that number going up. I think we're going to be in the top 50 at least this year. And from there, I see us going to the top 25 and the top 10. Like, we are going places. And right now, we are just looking for other women who want to go places with us. We're looking for women who have a heart to help people. And that is really what is going to set our team apart. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about what does that look like? Because it's fun to say that, but what does that actually look like? If you were to join our team, how would we help you to be successful? And so when I think about how excited I get for next Monday, it's because I am working on this course, these videos. I'm actually taking the time in Napa to make the videos for the Coach Basics because it's quiet and I can do my hair. So on Monday, I'm really excited because I have a brand new training coming up for coaches where we are going to start from square one and teach you, okay, this is what a Beachbody coach is. This is the potential. Now you need to kind of choose, where do you want to start? Do you want to start it as a discount coach? Great. Like, we would love to encourage you in that capacity. Do you want to just have a chance to earn some extra money on the side? Awesome. Like, we'll show you what you need to do to really make that a reality. Or do you want to go full force after it, like several of us are? And do you want to make this into a 6-figure income? And I say that, and as I say that, I'm like, wait, is that, like, am I really saying that? But it's not a joke. Like, I will make 6 figures this year, and I don't say that in like a, you know, in a bragging way at all. I say that because I work with this amazing team who really has their hearts in the right spot. And I say that because by making that kind of money, it helps my family to feel like we are not as stressed. It helps my husband to feel like he has a partner as we pursue different dreams that we have. And it also allows us to be generous. Like, I can't even tell you how much fun I think it is to be generous to people. Like, I was able to gift one of my best friends with 3 months of Shakeology this past quarter because I just, like, she needed it and she couldn't afford it. And it was so fun to be like, I can do that. Like, I can think about blessing other people because of what I love to do every day. Like, it's just, like, I kind of still can't believe that this is what I get to do every day. But it's so fun to be at this point where I can offer that opportunity to other people. There are coaches on this call who I know are going to reach 6 figures. And so as you would join our team, the very first thing we would do is just talk with you and say, hey, what are your goals? You know, we want you in any capacity that you are. We're not going to pressure you to go all in. We're not going to, you know, make you do anything you don't want to do. But at the same time, like, we want you to help people. And if you help one person by becoming a Beachbody coach, it will be worth it. That is one life that will be changed. So when you join, you would go through the Coach Basics course. In that Coach Basics course, one thing that we really believe sets us apart is that we will train you in on how to grow on social media. So that's kind of my strength as the leader of this team, is that I know what it takes to grow on Instagram and Facebook. And I really want to help others do that in a super sincere way. And so during that training, we'll talk about things like, how do you set up an Instagram account? Should you have a separate account? And how do you grow? And how do you become comfortable sharing your story in an authentic way? I think a lot of people get a little nervous, like, what? Like, I've only used Instagram to show pictures of my babies to my mom or my cousins. And now I'm going to grow Instagram to show the world. Like, that's scary. But it's really awesome when you can get past this fear of social media and go, wow, like, I can share my story and I can inspire other people. We have one coach on our team, Bethany, who she started, and I remember having several conversations with her about how she was really nervous to use social media. And she's just the cutest thing. And now she's like almost to 1,000 followers on Instagram, and she is just growing like crazy because her heart's in the right place. And she said to me several times, like, Amber, it's so scary to put myself out there. But now that she's helped so many people, she knows that it's worth it to share her heart with them. So the next thing that we're going to offer you if you come on our team is just that one-on-one mentorship. Whoever you join under, whoever is your upline coach, they believe in you. There's a reason that they invited you to this call, and it's because they want to speak confidence into you. We don't expect you to be like great at this in the beginning. It just takes practice and it takes education. But we're going to be with you along the way to really tell you and just encourage you and teach you how you can be great at this and how you can develop the skills to turn this into a business if that's what you want to do. We have ongoing training within a private Facebook group going on all the time. This is a safe place for you to be able to ask questions, for you to be able to just learn from other coaches who have been in the business longer than you. And along with that training in that Facebook group is really the support in the community that's in there. So in the large Facebook group now, we have well over 200 coaches, and it is just so fun for me to go in there and see the ways that you guys are encouraging each other. The other day, someone had a baby, and it's like we just made a big deal of it. Like, congratulations to Missy for having a baby, and it was just so fun to celebrate her. Or celebrating the success of Rachel, who has brought on a ton of coaches lately. You know, or Miranda, who is like our rock star at sales and recruiting. And it's just so fun to go in there and see people just being themselves and bringing their strengths to the table, because we all have them. If you don't know what your strengths are, when you join our team, I guarantee you're going to learn very quickly what they are, because that's what we're about, is just speaking confidence into you. So I'm going to turn it over to a couple of our coaches. The first coach I want to introduce you to is Miranda. Miranda joined our team last year, just actually 6 months ago about? And she has been such a rock star and just pursuing the business in a way that's really unique and really has been driving just team morale in a really positive direction. So I've just asked her to share a little bit about her story. So Miranda, I will turn it over to you.
Thank you. Can everyone hear me okay? Good. Okay. Well, thanks so much, Amber, for the introduction. And really everything you touched on is just So true. And you know me, like I get all pumped up. So like the slow clap is happening in my head. I'm like, yes. I love what this opportunity has given me personally, has given my family. And like Amber said, my name is Miranda Pasketch. I'm a mom of two. I am a wife. I live in Pella, Iowa, small Dutch town. And I got into, coaching kind of in a little bit different way. I was used to working full time, was kind of used to being, if anything, the one that always knew what they wanted to do when it came to business. But we actually moved to my hometown in Iowa because of my husband's opportunity, which is a little bit different for us. And I was about to have my second baby, and we decided I should stay at home with her, obviously once she was born, until I found something else. And I didn't really know what that looked like for our family, like me possibly being a stay-at-home mom. That was just uncharted territory. I never thought I would be a stay-at-home mom. So as I started to decide what, that looked like, I really was seeking out opportunities where I could still feel fulfilled from a business standpoint and be able to contribute, to my family, but also be able to be at home with my kids and really enjoy those moments. They're only young once. And I took that to heart. Once I started having kids, I looked at things a little bit differently, naturally. So when I decided to become a coach, I jumped in with 2 feet. I did a lot of research prior to becoming a coach. I went through one of Amber's challenge groups because I wanted to make sure that I saw my own results. I wanted to make sure I actually liked Shakeology and believed in the product, because having a lot of sales experience in the past and an HR degree and really enjoying recruiting from all different areas, I wanted to make sure I believed in what I was about to join. So I did a lot of research, and once I decided this was a win, for me and something that I wanted to pursue, then I really just kind of hit the ground running. I didn't see any reason not to just give it my all. And my point with that is that that's what's cool about the opportunity, right? You're in the driver's seat and you get to decide how quickly you might want to grow this or at what pace you want to take it in general. You don't have to be a veteran coach of 6 months before you tell somebody about how much you love being a coach. You can tell somebody about how much you love being a coach right after you become being a coach. And that's kind of what I started doing. Once I started loving what I was doing, I told people about it and I invited them to come alongside, what I was doing. And it just kind of grew from there. And it was natural because I was passionate about it. So that's kind of what got me to where I'm at and why I just kind of hit the ground running with deciding to do it. And again, the best part is that you can decide what pace that you want to take, and we'll be there to support and encourage you. And we'll help you figure out, what that looks like for you individually. The last thing I want to touch on, because this is a lot of times a question we get asked, is how we get our husband or our spouse or significant other, your mom, your in-law. I mean, I don't know what it is, but how you get that person, that person on board that you really feel like needs to support you as well beyond the community of coaches that we'll have here, to surround you with. And that's a tricky one. Okay. So I very much on the front end knew that I better have done my research, not only for myself, but for my husband. And I wanted to make sure that he couldn't say no. And what I mean by that is I wanted to make sure I had set goals for myself. I knew what the numbers looked like. I was knowledgeable about what I was jumping into, because then when I presented to him what I wanted to do and why I was excited about it, really why I was excited about becoming a coach and what my goals were, to take this thing in the next 3 months, 6 months, year, it was pretty hard for him to look at me and be like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, he could sense the excitement. He could sense that it was something that I felt I was ready to do. So my advice for you in this category is really to just pre-think about how you want that conversation to go, with your spouse, for example. Think about why you want to become a coach. Why you just have this sense that this is for you and where your passion comes from. Not only will it help in your conversation with your spouse, but it'll help in just as you dive into approaching clients or sharing your story on social media. It'll help in so many ways, but really think about why it is you want to do this, and then go to your spouse with some specific goals. I tell a lot of people that join my team, give me a year, but if your spouse will only say 6 months, okay, then you better expect we're going to hit the ground running right away, because we really do hope that you'll give it significant time, and that you'll jump in saying, okay, I'm going to try this for at least a year and give it my all, or, whatever pace you choose, but then I'll reevaluate it. So again, think about your goals prior, talk to your spouse, and I think it'll be a little bit easier. But ask any of those questions to us. We all have experience with talking to our spouse about this. And even my husband now has learned a lot and is, very supportive, even more so than he was originally, which was probably just, yeah, go honey, you got this. So now really realizing, wow, this could be an opportunity where now there's less pressure on me. Like Amber said, there's less pressure on me, and we're able to do a little bit more fun things, whether it's travel to a warm climate or whatever it is, we have a little bit more room. So that's kind of my story and what has just got me fired up about this opportunity. I'm known to be a little bit of a cheerleader, so don't take my excitement for pushing. It's just, I absolutely love what this has done. For me to feel like I have an outlet, but also for my family and all the women in the group are just phenomenal to surround myself with. So that's me. I'd like to, introduce the next coach that's going to talk for a little bit. Her name is Rachel. Rachel's going to share a little bit about her story and how she got into coaching as well. I think she'll speak to that. It's just, everyone that I've talked to, it's always just been above and beyond what they expected. And I think that's what's cool too. So Rachel, I'm excited to pass things over to you.
Thank you, Miranda. Like she said, I'm Rachel Marthaler, and I live in Hastings, Minnesota. My story about starting is a little different than Miranda's, and just goes to show, like what Miranda and Amber said, is that you can completely go at your own pace. So I have 3 kids. I have 4-year-old twins and a 1-year-old. And after my now 1-year-old was born, I really had trouble losing my baby weight. It just was not coming off. I cut out all carbs. Nothing was happening. And I was really at a breaking point. So after seeing Amber post about her challenge groups for a while, finally I was like, I got to do this. I got to do it, and I'm going to give it my all and see what happens. I thought maybe I'll get in shape like for a month or 2, and then I'll be able to go back to my gym membership or something, which looking back on now, I just laugh at that. But I joined Amber's group and I lost 8 pounds in that first group, and I became a believer. I was like, I love this. I love this program. I can do a half-hour workout at home, kick my butt, and I can get on my day. Like, I can find a half hour to squeeze into my day. After I had the twins, I would just struggled to get to the gym, and every time it seemed like it took 2 hours out of my day. So the fact that I could do it in a half hour was awesome. And I love Shakeology, and my weight just kept shedding off, and I became more and more of a believer. So because I love Shakeology, I decided I really need to get this at a discount, because when Jake heard how much it costs, his eyes got pretty big. So I signed up as a discount coach, and then I had friends that started asking what I was doing. So as my friends started asking, I started signing people up under me, and my business just kind of gradually started going. Meanwhile, as also part of the whole Koinonia athletic team on Facebook, and I'm seeing what the other coaches are doing, and I couldn't help but just like have this fire get lit in me, and I just had this like burning desire to help people. I wanted to help moms and other people who are in the same situation I had previously been in, and I just wanted to encourage them. Like, I have to share my story and help other people do what I have been through. And that's basically why I decided to pursue being a coach. So I'd been a discount coach for about 4 months. And then it was kind of the beginning of this year. I think I forgot to mention, I also have a photography business, which keeps me very busy too. So that season really ramps up in summer and fall. And then once that died down, I decided to pursue the coaching more and just see what happens. And it has been such a blessing. I absolutely love it. And all the women that have signed on with me since, some of them kind of in December, but since the beginning of the year, they are just seeing amazing results. And I just love it. I love being able to be a part of it and celebrate their success. And it's been really fun to build my team and watch my business grow. So with that is basically how I ended up becoming a Beachbody coach and part of this awesome team. And why I enjoy it is I just love helping others. And with that, I will hand things back to Amber.
Great. Well, thank you guys. It's always so fun just to hear from coaches. It re-inspires me. And that's another reason why we have the Facebook group, is because as you know, with anything in life, there's just ups and downs. And so we really just need to be there for each other, to encourage each other. Like I said, to encourage each other back to our why. And so I just want to take a few more minutes and just talk about some of the specifics that we already covered in the Facebook group, but in case any of you missed those. So we have a new coach orientation, as I mentioned earlier, starting on Monday, which means that we would love, if you're interested right now to join as a coach, that you would join before Monday, because that's when we're going to have our training kickoff. And then we'll kind of close off recruiting and adding new coaches until the end of the next month. Because it's just really important to us that we get everybody on the same page, and that when you're trained in, you are going to be trained in this little cohort of coaches who you can kind of get to know as people who started around the same time as you, so you can be asking questions of them throughout the training as well. As far as the cost to join as a coach, it is, again, the $39.95 enrollment fee. However, if you purchase a challenge pack is the fitness program plus a month of Shakeology. That $39.95 enrollment fee is waived. And then after that, it is just the $15.95 a month to remain a coach. And that $15.95 will cover your website and will cover all the marketing materials that you get access to as a Beachbody coach. And so I guess the question that I ended up asking myself was why wouldn't I join? Is what I ended up having to just come to, because I was super nervous. I'm not gonna lie. What if no one wants me to help them? What if I'm not good at this? What if I fail? What if this goes nowhere? And those are the questions I asked myself. But I said, but what if I don't do anything? What if I don't even try? Then for sure no one's gonna get helped. Then for sure no one's gonna even try this out like I did. So I just had to ask myself, why wouldn't I? And again, the only thing I could come back to was that it was a pride thing, or maybe I thought I didn't have the time. I know busy. We all know busy. It's easy to say oh, I just don't have the time for that. But again, I think we make time for the things that are priorities to us. And for me, helping others feel confident was a huge priority. I know the pain that it is to go into a dressing room and be I don't even want to buy new clothes because I don't feel confident about my body. And the thought, thinking of other women in that position, especially this time of year, I think about it a lot because we're going to try on bathing suits. We're going to try on, new spring outfits. The thought of other women going into that dressing room and thinking that they're not beautiful and that they're fat and that they have too much cellulite. That thought, is what drives me every single day to help people, because it doesn't have to be like that. You can feel confident, like Rachel said, in 30 minutes a day. And that is that's what's so cool, you guys, is that we have these programs that were designed by celebrity personal trainers. They're the best of the best in their industry. They come up with these programs, they put them together, and they're here you go, share these, do these. And they actually change your life. And that's why we do what we do. That's why when I asked myself, why wouldn't I had to give it a shot. And so as you're kind of considering this opportunity, whether the timing is right now or maybe later, I just want to encourage you to ask yourself, why not? And why wouldn't I? Especially these ladies said, if you're already using the Shakeology, if you are thinking of using Shakeology, if you love the fitness programs, at least take advantage of the discount and the awesome community that we have. And I'm guessing, like Rachel, you may get inspired to even take it beyond that. But we're not in the business of dragging people. We're not gonna just pressure people into becoming coaches, because we know that it has to be something you want. You have to want help people, you have to want to spend your time that way, and you have to be dedicated to just pursuing it in whatever way is comfortable to you. So if the timing for you is not right now, like that is totally okay. No pressure. Just know that if it is, like we would be so honored to work with you and have you on our team. Because like I said in the beginning, like we're going places. Like whoever wants to get on our bus, like we're going places, and we hope you'll join us. Miranda. Yeah, and if not, like that's okay. Like you can just watch from where you are too, and we would just love for you to cheer us on in any way you can. But if we can at all like inspire you or encourage you or teach you anything and everything we know, so that you yourself can experience some of the success we're talking about, so that you can have a way to provide for your family financially, like we would be truly honored to work with you. We are very we're just passionate. If you can't tell that by now, like we're super excited. And I see you over there, and it's just like I wake up every day, and I like today I said, Jake, can you believe this? Like, can you believe that we actually get to live this life? And it's people like the coaches on my team, like Sarah's and Amanda's and Rachel's and Miranda's, like that are on this call, and Jody. I think Jody's still there. That's why we love this. It's because of the people that we get to help, and because of the people that we get to work with. So before we close, like I would love to ask any of the coaches, even Sarah and Amanda, anyone else have anything to add? And then we're also going to open it up for any questions that you might have. I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody here so that you can go ahead and ask anything that might be on your heart. Anything else that you guys want to add? Or any questions? Mary, do you have any questions?
I think this was just perfect for sitting down and listen to. And I think I had responded to your email, Amber, and said I signed up like literally last week to get the shake at a discount. And so I don't know how that would work. I would love to learn from all of you, but I know with teams, I don't know how that works with Beachbody, and I don't want to feel like I'm trying to like suck all your resources if I'm not under anybody, but I just feel, the stories with all of you, and it just kind of speaks to me. And so I guess that would be a question I have. I don't know. I ramble, so I'm just going to stop and let you guys answer.
No, I love it. I love you already. Yeah, it's a little tricky once you become a coach. I think you have, 5 days to switch to be under somebody else if you would like. So I don't know if that time frame has passed already. Otherwise, what you can do is some people have signed up with their own account and signed up under their husband. Mm-hmm. If you want to switch that way. But yeah, it gets a little bit tricky after you're a coach, but yeah, I would love to talk through that with you and see if there's a way that we could get you over, because it sounds like you'd be a perfect fit. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Anybody else have anything to add? We have someone on the phone, I think, too, right? Someone. Okay, well then I think we'll just call it good for tonight. I will post the recording to this in the group. Mary, I'll follow up with you so we can chat a little bit more.
Yeah.
Just feel free to reach out to the coach who invited you to this. And again, we would love for you to sign up by Monday so you can be in the course that we have going on. So thank you so much for joining, you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.